Hey guys, welcome to another CC video. This is a little bit different because I don't normally do things like YouTube related topics, but this is something that I had to bring up just because there's this new like small policy that YouTube is doing, and it has something to do with like monetization, which I get it. It's understandable to try to help things make easier, but the way they're doing it, I just have very many questions, and it seems a little on the shady side to me. So obviously, when I'm uploading Super Metroid number 3 or whatever for now, I'm gonna be actually I won't be monetizing it, but I guess it really doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna pretend like I am. And this is everything. And then you notice this pops up where it says add suitability. Now this is YouTube. What YouTube's doing is like you're able to take like a survey to like pretty much you're rating your own video to like preemptively tell YouTube what's in it. Like for example, oh hey, you use a couple of swears, you might want to let them know so that way you're not like lying to them or what they expect or whatever. Which I understand that. It's actually really interesting, so that way if you keep telling the truth, supposedly they're able to trust you, and then they're able to like rate your video accordingly without taking like any money away or whatever, or giving you the yellow dollar sign, for example. So it's pretty much like rating yourself truthfully to have Team YouTube know what to expect. However, this survey, some of the questions here are very interesting. So let's first go down the checklist here: inappropriate language, adult content, violence, shocking content, harmful or dangerous acts, drugs, hateful, derogatory content, firearms-related, sensitive events, and controversial issues. That on its own is interesting.
Oh, by the way, I'm here too. There's Stargazer's here. Yeah, what's weird is that some of this stuff could be labeled as controversial. It's so subjective.
All right, well, let's just immediately go into the first one.
Yeah, inappropriate language.
Inappropriate language. Now, this is just interesting to me because ordinarily, if I were to do something, I would honestly pick this one here because I do have small amount of profanity in my videos, and it's still ad-friendly. However, do you notice the third option? I'm not going to mention anything because I'm not falling for that trap, but excuse me, what is this? Well, first of all, I don't think YouTube gets the pass, they're saying, but
no, I don't think they have the special kind of pass that few people
they're using it as an example, so I suppose it does. But if I were to, you know what would happen? I would probably get a community guideline strike. Who would admit to doing this?
Yeah, and
by the way, who would admit to doing this? Why is this an option, YouTube? I don't understand. Why is anyone going to flat out admit that they use it?
Because here's the thing. It's self-implication. You're making yourself look bad by selecting
I was going to say, you're going to tell on yourself?
Yeah, basically.
It's like when you're in elementary school and then you steal the last cookie and you know it. Like, Caesar, I did it. I stole the cookie. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
I put my hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, and guess what? You still get detention. Even though you were truthful, you still get on the wrist.
1,000 years dungeon.
No, but to be true, but to be real for a minute.
Yeah, no.
I don't understand why. I mean, this I understand. Even this I understand because maybe there's moments where I go into like a rampage. Maybe I say the F word too many times. I understand that. Maybe I would probably select that once in a while. Maybe we'll just say it. But if I'm being truthful, but I would definitely pick this one because
most of the time
because you want to be truthful.
Which is what most people would pick most of the time.
I mean, we have other things too, like adult contents, for example. Like, once again, this. Look at the bottom one here. I'm not going to say it, but look at it.
Yeah, that's
keep in mind. This is supposed to be for ad suitability or whatever, so so you're able to like earn monetization correctly.
Yeah, like proper
keep in
monetization.
Mind, this is against TOS.
Anyway, yeah.
This is against TOS. So what if you select this? Don't obviously. But what if you select this and submit it? You're just going to get an automatic strike? Like this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
It's like,
and before you comment, yes, I understand that maybe like the body painting or whatever is a thing where they are in the bear, which that would probably go under maybe this, which it's supposed, blurred,
because it's non-sexual
used in
nature.
An educational context, which that I understand. Yes, it's not used in a sexual way, but this is just flat out saying
sex.
I have fucking in my video.
Yep.
Like
you have carnal intercourse going on in this video,
which I don't get. That's it. Like seriously, violence, another one too. Yeah, the bottom selection is just the worst every single time, and I don't even understand how this is even an option. Raw footage of law enforcement. Yeah, this Like, I'm not going to mention the time a while ago that someone else got in trouble, but we all know, like, how it literally showed a dead body in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go any further than that because I don't want to end up getting, like, a strike for harassment. But you know, like, there's been, besides that, there's been other
Yeah, that was
examples,
a whole big to-do about that.
Yes, exactly. This is not allowed in the TOS, let alone add suitability. And here's another one, too. This one's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
This one's hilarious. Yeah. This one here. Content showing or discussing abusive buying, making, selling, or finding drugs in a graphic and detailed way.
Or drug paraphernalia.
Not only is this against TOS,
It's
it's illegal! This is literally... You know what this is selecting? This is calling the cops on yourself if you select this.
Yeah. Like, unless you live in a state where this shit already is legal.
Don't even give that, because that's another thing. Well, maybe that's another thing, too. You're probably right. Now, sorry to cut you off. That's especially a case. I mean, what are you gonna? What if you're talking about marijuana in a state like my own that's not even legal?
Yeah, or Colorado or some shit.
Like, excuse me. This option is literally putting yourself in handcuffs. You might as well, because you might be joking around, but last time I checked, YouTube should know where you live. So that
they do have that.
So clearly, this is just. I just don't understand most of this stuff.
Yeah,
hateful or derogatory content. You can't even say someone's name without getting a harassment bullying strike. So why are you going to admit to anything in this category?
Again, self-implication. You don't want to do that.
Content referring to protected groups or criticizing individual opinions and actions in a non-hurtful manner. First of all, fuck off with this option. No offense, YouTube, but seriously, like, even if someone does go by this specific rule, you always take it to the extreme anyway. So what's the point of being honest?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're going to give you some sort of...
You know what? If you select this, you might as well just be selecting this.
Yep.
Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? It's... The system is just... I understand what they're going for, but this is some of the most questionable, direction I've ever seen. Like, the execution for this is so baffling. Oh, I already clicked that. Harmful or dangerous acts, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, I understand. Oh, if it's like a stunt, like, don't try this at home. I get it. That's
don't be jackass.
Yeah, and no, exactly, but that's the thing. If there is, like, such sort of thing. That like, selecting this, I understand. So you're alerting people, like, okay, or you're alerting the community, whatever. I get it.
Yep.
But, like... Yeah, focus on accidents, pranks, or stunts that have health risks, like drinking or eating non-edibles. I guess the Tide Pod challenge fits under that.
Cool. Yeah, that would.
Yeah, discussing of trending videos that show this type of content. Ooh, that's interesting, actually.
Yeah, that's
that. So you could actually get in trouble just for
talking about it.
Yeah. What about me? I'm talking about it. Do I have to click that box? I ain't. But and then shocking content, literally. I guess what falls under this is like showing somebody getting violently hurt or worse.
Or disgust. So if you show someone like friggin' like, vomiting after being like, piss ass drunk or some shit.
Yeah, highly shocking content that's clearly visible, audible with this. Once again against TOS. Like the third option is always against TOS.
Yep.
Always. Why would anybody admit to any of this?
Again,
is this like an idiocy test, YouTube? I'm just curious.
You'd have to be a fucking halfwit.
Yeah, is this an imbecile test? Or like, just to let anybody know, don't try this even as experimentation. Don't. It's not worth putting your channel at risk.
No, God no.
And it's not worth putting your monetization at risk, and it's not worth putting your actual channel at risk.
And your possible legal status at risk too with some of this shit.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Another one too, right? Like this one here. I'm not gonna read it, but yeah, like that, yeah, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I probably already showed that, but still, like that's another one too that could possibly give you like arrested.
Yeah.
So there's several of these that
it's
are
just stuff you shouldn't do anyway.
Yeah, like inappropriate language. Obviously, saying those specific words listed on the bottom is against TOS. Don't ever do it. Actually, you know what? Like this one too could be against the law as well, especially if you're a dumbass and rated as for kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could get you in big trouble.
Sensitive events. I mean, this is like war, death, or tragedy. That's extremely vague.
Yeah, it's very vague. Again,
sensitive events. I mean, we could be talking about those, or like sensitive events. Yeah, and like if you say something somebody doesn't like, apparently that's a sensitive event too.
And the other thing too is that with some of this shit, of course, the news can get away with this shit, but any individual person can't. Fuck that nonsense.
And another thing too is like a lot of the channels that I follow, like a lot of these, even the minor stuff here, like this. Some people can get striked even for that if they're not a direct news source. if they're just an individual content creator and they say anything that could fit just a very minor of it, if you just want to be honest,
they will get horribly punished for it.
You could still get like severely punished.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Absolutely.
one of those things where you want to be truthful, but then again, you don't even know if this is an experiment just to, like, sucker people in just to be taken advantage of. It's very, very shady. YouTube, I understand what you're going with here. I understand that you want to make it easier to gain trust for specific things. But if that's the case, why are all these massive tier options even clickable?
They're already against the rules.
This is just a test to see if you're just... if anyone's just that stupid. I bet there's one person that'd be like, anyone that's be like, well, I want to be honest, and then all of a sudden their honesty gets them deleted from the platform, lose their monetization, or hell, even in prison. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, I don't normally, like I said, I don't normally do videos like this, but this is just one thing I had to point out, just because, like, the execution is just very scary, and I personally, besides maybe with a couple of these, like I said, in inappropriate language, I will click the first one, and if I were to, it's still safe for ads.
Yep.
So, but for other ones, I'm not even going to attempt to click any of those third tier options. How am I supposed to know that I click on it and then YouTube automatically gets a freaking notice saying, oh, well, he did click on it for a second. Maybe there's some suspicious stuff going on. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Yes, it seems way out of whack and I could be talking out of my ass, but if you lived as long as I have, which is like 30 years.
Basically 30 years, yeah.
Well, 30 going on 80 because of how fast things go nowadays.
Yeah, no, literally. It's no wonder we're called boomers.
You see, yeah, you've seen some stuff. And, like, it seems like the more technology advanced like this, the harder it is to trust. Yep. So, obviously, give some honesty, like with appropriate language. Maybe if there's, like, violence, like... Not violent. Like, there's one of these ones, like, the shocking content or violence. I think you and I mentioned that possibly... Mortal Kombat might fall under that because it is actually like gore or violence in it.
Yeah.
And
even other horror games too that have
any other rated M games or rated AO games could fall under that category.
Yeah.
So just like be honest, but don't be too honest.
Yep.
Is what I'm saying. Like, don't literally turn yourself in, please, or don't click on me for experimentation, please, because it's not worth it. So just all these, it's just. YouTube, I understand what you're going with here, but I have to say, it's just, this isn't the way to do it. And you guys need to, like, I didn't even know this was a thing, so, like, I just got this availability yesterday, out of nowhere, so, hopefully things get a little better, and I don't know.
Oh, hey, it's one reason that I'll probably never want to monetize, because screw this.
I mean, that's the thing, because I don't know if selecting none of the above when you do have... Like, for example, if I hit none of the above, and then all of a sudden YouTube detects the F word, like, 3 times, I don't know if I could get the yellow $sign for that, so that's why you want to be as truthful as possible.
Yep.
Selecting
none of the above, you're playing Fate doing that, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to lie... Which I understand. You don't want to lie to... You're lying to your advertisers, pretty much, which I understand that point. But also, these other options are not acceptable, YouTube. Sorry. Like every single one of those options is against TOS, and against, like, morality.
So you would never really
and generally... against the law, some of them.
You would never generally do those anyway, unless you were that much of a dumbass.
Unless you're an imbecile, or unless... you got major balls, which don't do it. Then
believe me,
I don't understand why those other things are even there.
Don't try it.
Yeah, there's a thing. Yeah, there's a thing called honesty. There's a thing called too much honesty.
Yeah, too much honesty. Yeah.
Where sometimes you just gotta keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, you need to keep your mouth shut,
especially in times like this. So that's all I have to say on the matter. Hopefully, this kind of it spreads the word a little bit about this situation, because it's just concerning to me just because of how dangerous it is. Like, what if somebody accidentally clicks on one of those by any means? Like, it's so easy just to accidentally click one and then move on to the next, and once you submit it, it's permanent in your video even if you delete it. Keep that in mind. Yes. Mm-hmm. Once you're ready, you won't be able to change it. So if you fuck up, oops, I said the F word, but if you fuck up, that's it. So be careful of what you put into this ad suitability survey. Alright, this is Mr. Drama signing out, and just be careful out there, guys.
Yeah, seriously.